Howdy, folks. I am Doctor McFarland. It is January 2nd of 2024, and we're going to talk about some gear. So come on in. Let me know your name, where you're from, and what kind of gear maybe you currently have or you wish you had bought, or maybe that you're going to buy here in 2024. And today I got two new things. I got a big postal package, and so I'll reveal what this is here in a minute. And this last week, you can't really see, but over here, see if I can move this camera without messing things up. See that? That is a Fractal FM3 on the side of my desk here. And I've been having fun with this, pairing it with the FC12 foot controller. And then today I got the Fractal Audio Systems EV2. So this can be an expression pedal, or because of the ins and outs on either side, it can be a regular run-of-the-mill volume pedal. So that might be neat for certain situations. And but I really got it for the FM3, and I can use it with the Axe 3 as well. You can do auto on and off, like wall pedals, whammies, all kinds of stuff. So that'll be neat to have at the feet. But for the first order of my goal tonight is about 2 weeks ago, I broke a string on my 7-string. But all I have, or had, I currently have, I have 11 gauge strings, which I do not want to put on here. So my previous string order came in this bag, and I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I got a Telecaster part thing that I might never use. And so I got 4. So these are the Jazz Rock strings from webstrings.com. And I've been ordering these for the better part of definitely 2014. Because that's when I went on tour in Europe. So almost 10 years. I've been playing webstrings.com strings for almost 10 years. So I went to Europe in October of 2014. So there's that. But now that I have 7-string guitars and regular 6-string guitars, I wanted to put in another order that would, okay, cool. So here's my receipt. And when you order 24 packs at a time, that makes each pack like $3.08 or 20 cents or something like that. So you definitely get some really good savings ordering in bulk. For some reason, I can only do 18 string sets for the 7 strings. But yeah. So let's see what we got here. So this is still the Memphis Electric. They are light gauge. And for many, many years, I played on 11 gauge strings because I felt like I had a pretty heavy hand when playing rhythm. And I liked how it felt when bending strings for like bluesy type stuff. But my hands are not as strong as they used to be. So I'm going to go a little lighter on the touch. And let's see, I'm trying to find the 7-string pairing, which is here. So this is the 10 to 56 light 7s. 7-gauge strings. Okay. So my plan for right this second is to go ahead and put one more string on here, which I had just ordered and put on the Elixir strings on this guitar. And they were the, I think they were the poly webs, which I think I probably would have got the other kind if I would have known. But then I broke a string, so it's kind of dumb. It broke down here at the nut, or the little, yeah, the nut area. So I'm not sure if the Allen key was too tight or too loose or what, but it broke. And what I had left was not long enough to retain its tension. So this pack will be for any kind of replacement strings. If I break my B string, really, if I break any of the other strings, this will be the pack I go to. So that means I still have 17 packs left to use up. So this is fairly easy. This is 4 and 1. Okay. So y'all come on in. I really want to hear from you guys. And let me know how your year is going so far. How was your 2023? What have you learned in 2023 that you feel like you can carry forward into 2024? I still have a few backing tracks left I need to make to complete my 2023 backing tracks collection. And what I've decided to do, actually I don't need to bend this. What I've decided to do is have 4 different genres a month. So I'm going to have a pop, rock, some kind of pop track, a jazz track, a blues track, and then a hard rock metal type track. So that should cover pretty much all the bases for anybody either starting out, just learning chords, and you want something to strum along with for 10 minutes at a time. And also for the person that does some shredding type stuff and you want to solo over, whatever stuff you want to solo over. So that'll be that. And it's also working my muscle. My musical muscle of just being in that constant creative thought process and just creative process. Just sit down at least once a week, if not more, and just create something. Just come up with a chord progression, come up with a cool arrangement, a cool instrumentation. What kind of drum beat am I going to use? What kind of bass tone am I going to have? Stuff like that. So it's all good things to work on. This string is really long. So this is going to go through here. You can kind of see what I'm doing. So with headless guitars, you put the ball in down here, on this end. Then you string it through on the other end underneath this Allen key kind of threading. You tighten it down. Like so. And then you start. Let me see here. How do I want to do this? You start tightening it. But first, in order to not have a really pokey end, what you're going to do is you're going to cut the string. Let's see if I can do this here. You're going to cut the string like so. And then you're going to loosen the Allen key thread. And you're going to pull that string back just a little bit. Like that. There we go. So now we got a pretty good slack here, but once I tighten the string, you can see on this end. You just start tightening it up. Aaron Short is in the house, and he's asking which mauler is best. And over the last year, really, yeah, over the last year, when did I get that first mauler? I got the Kemper last year. I think it was like September, maybe August or September of last year. So it's been about a year and a half of a journey of trying all the different maulers out. I have not tried the Boss mauling, though I wouldn't mind trying like maybe a GT1000 or even a G100 or GT100. But something about the UI and the way you interact with the unit. I tried one momentarily at a local guitar store, and I just didn't like it right away. So it's had to be one of those units I sit down with and really like learn, read the manual, really comb through everything and figure out how it works. That's not something I really want to do right now. So I might address the Boss stuff here in the future, maybe next year. But for this year, I have a goal of creating backing tracks, each with a different unit. So that way you can either purchase access to the backing tracks, or you can purchase access to the rigs and or the presets that I made for that backing track, whether that's on a Kemper, a Fractal, a Helix, or a Headrush. So it gives me 4 different options to really use on a monthly basis. Every single month I make presets, make a record a backing track with those presets, and then sell those presets and backing tracks on my website. One major one I definitely sold pretty quick. I probably had it for about 3 or 4 months, was the Quad Cortex. And I felt like the Quad Cortex, it was too small. The foot switches were too close together. And I would never use it live. One, because of the size and the switches, but also because of the power supply. I just don't like the wall wart style power supply, me personally. And I felt like it was just it could too easily get damaged for my taste. So because of the size and the switches and the kind of power supply I had, I didn't feel like $1,600 was worth keeping just to leave it on a desk. And that's all I can use it for, just recording. So the other units I have now are way more robust. I do keep the Headrush core in a rack. I only play at church, so I don't feel like, if I was playing live, I would probably use the Headrush Prime because it does have the nice IAC power cable. It's a little bit bigger. It has the built-in expression, and it has plenty of switches. Not to say that you couldn't put the Headrush core on a pedal board and then tuck the power supply underneath. You could easily do that. But I'm not in a situation where I'm playing out, where I'm playing out in a band all the time. I'm just not. I'm either behind a computer listening through studio monitors, or I'm at work behind a computer listening through studio monitors, or I play at church once a week and I just use headphones for that. And yeah, so there you go. So I'm going to stretch this string out a little bit. Then I'll play a little bit of what I have cooking on this FM3. Let me go ahead and do the tuner. I'm not plugged in. I should be plugged in. But yes, with all that said, The fractal stuff is amazing. You can get any tone you can think of. And the tweakability of all the different functions. Actually, this week I learned about modifiers and scene controllers. And wow, that's really, really powerful stuff. So I'll play a preset here that I made to get around the gapless switching using scene controllers. And that rig is, or that preset is up on my website. Named accordingly so you know which one it is. And with any preset you want to download, it is a one-time $20 fee. Or currently it's $20. It might go up in the future if I add more. Whoa. I'm tuning now. But yeah. Some people like to just download presets from other people, and that's perfectly fine. Other users don't mind reading the manual, learning things themselves, watching a video or two. So whether you watch my channel or you watch Leon Todd's channel or you watch really anybody else that uses modeling, like John Nathan Cordy. He's a cool guy. Great player, first of all. He pretty much sounds great no matter what modeler he uses. I pretty much sound decent. Okay, I'm getting there. B flat. I haven't played this guitar in a few weeks because I broke my string. And then I didn't get a new one until today. So. I feel like I'm still a little out of tune. I'll check the comments here in a second. Tonight after the live stream, I will be sitting down in front of a camera and talking about some fractal stuff, making some other short videos. I'm trying to get ahead of the game here. This last month in December, I gained about 240 something subscribers. So I'm currently sitting at 13,700 something. So if I get the same amount in January, that should push me over to the 14,000 subscriber mark, which numbers is great. It's good to gauge what you're doing by how many people are watching your videos, commenting, liking, subscribing, all that kind of stuff. But honestly, if I just help one person a day, that's more than what I need. Just helping people out. That's what I'm here to do. All right, this preset right here, I'll go ahead and plug it in so you can see what I'm working with. And Fractal does have an editor. ToneMaster Pro. I think I forgot ToneMaster Pro. Fractal, Headrush, Helix, and ToneMaster. Fractal, Headrush, Helix, ToneMaster Pro. Is that all I have? Oh, and Kemper. I have 5 now. So I have 5 different ways of amplifying my guitar or having a guitar tone of some sort. And yeah, I like them all. I like my current collection. Okay, so let me check the comments here. Is this a Phil McKnight shirt? I don't know if it is. It might be. I actually got this at Nashville NAMM a few years ago. It's the year that you came, Aaron. And I saw the shirt, Love One Woman, Many Guitars. I thought it was cool. Now, I think the stick figure kind of people, it is kind of Phil McKnight-ish. So, Aaron, I did find out today I am going to NAMM, but I will be stuck in a booth for 4 days at the Harrison booth, helping my company out, showing off new products. We got some great things coming down the pike in 2024. Harrison released a 32-channel console, which is a great big front end for your high-profile, professional, definitely professional grade studio. It's not something that you're going to put into an apartment by any means, because it costs about as more than a apartment. But yeah. I thought Quad Cortex was releasing updates, but maybe not as fast as you think or you want. Any ideas on why headrush stuff isn't hyped, talk about as much as the Kemper Helix Fractal stuff? Also, what are your thoughts on the Atomic stuff? I've just really seen Atomic online, but I haven't personally used any of it. Maybe because headrush is from the 11 rack, and some people just don't like the 11 rack. I mean, I don't know. I bought a headrush because Pete Thorne did a demo of it back in 2016, 17, something like that. And I like the touchscreen. I like everything that I heard and saw, and Pete made it sound good. So I thought it was if he can get those tones that he had in the video with the headrush, then I knew I could use it for what I wanted to do. But Pete Thorne can get great sounds out of anything. So, and I've kind of gotten the same approach. Is once I got the headrush, I was like, all right, I can use this to record, jam, have great tones. Now in a mix, when you're recording guitar, you can kind of hide behind a lot of stuff, because if it sounds good in a mix, then that's all that matters. But playing live, I feel like a lot of people are very particular on the feel and the sound that they're getting, and maybe they don't think they can get that from a headrush. Though I've gotten great sounds. I mean, every time I play at church with the headrush, and then maybe the next week I use a Helix or I use a Kemper or whatever, I feel like the tones are very, very comparable, and I don't hear a lot of difference between each unit. Because once you get a good clean sound, then kick it with some pedals and some reverb and delay and whatnot, it all sounds pretty good to me. So, I don't know. If I have to be the channel to hype up headrush more, then that's what I'll do here in 2024. And that rhymed. I didn't mean to rhyme, but it did. So that way I can not really shoot out, but I can compare the workflows of a Fractal to a headrush, or a Kemper to a Tonemaster Pro, or a Helix to any of the other ones, and just get a good comparison going between all these different units. Yes, I am going to NAMM, but it's not going to be the free walk around for 4 days. Probably like I'd like. Really, if I had 1 day to walk around to see all the cool guitar stuff, I'd be fine with me. But I'm going to be I'm going to be stationed at the Harrison booth pretty much all 4 days. There is a really cool Kiesel Connect free event going on Saturday. I don't know if you care about Kiesel or not, but they are just a very short drive from the NAMM show. and it's free. You can sign up for different workshops. You can get a free factory tour, all kinds of cool stuff. So if you're going to be at the NAMM show, I highly suggest signing up for that because it is free, and you just you can sign up for different slots for the workshops and the factory tours and the showroom stuff, and you got the meet and greet. There's gonna be bands playing outside. There are Kiesel artists. It's all for free. All you have to do is just sign up. So I would sign up, but I don't think I'd be able to go anyway. Because I am getting to go for free. The company I work for is paying for my plane ticket, my hotel, all that stuff. And I can't really say like, hey, thanks for getting me here for free, but I'm going to go off and do my own thing. That's not going to happen. So maybe some other year I can do stuff like that. Yeah, the Kiesel event, I highly suggest it. I would really want to go if I were there. I'm going to be flying out on a Tuesday, Aaron, and we're going to be setting up on Wednesday, and then, staying with the event Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, packing up Sunday after the event, and then flying back on Monday. So any night you want to go grab dinner, hang out, I'm sure there's going to be lots of after parties going on and just people hanging out and whatnot. I'm not a big drinker, but, I'll go hang out wherever, so I don't care. I signed up, but it's like an hour and 15 drive. Yeah, it's not too bad. That's not too bad, really. If you're here, if you drive around in New York, sometimes you could be sitting in traffic for an hour anyway, especially here in Nashville. So. Yeah, they're paying me to work. They are paying me to work. I'm going to be working that booth. All right, let me click on Sheraton Hotel Bar. There you go. That'll be fun. Let's see what I got here in Fractal Land. Where's my thing here? All right, so here's the Fractal FM3 edit, and I'm showing this just for the ease of visibly seeing everything. But when I do my videos, I'm gonna have a camera over the unit because I feel like that's gonna separate me from the rest of the people making videos. Is actually showing the unit itself. And not just, not just doing what everybody else does. So, yeah, Aaron is paying for himself, but don't have to do any work. Yeah, well, there you go. So what I've done here, I feel like I'm still out of tune a little bit. Yeah, just a touch. Okay. So what I have here is a line going across. This has an amp and a cab, and a plex delay, a delay, and a reverb. I can move this around if I wanted to. I could put that there. But this multiplexer, what this is doing is it's saying on channel A, I want this to be my amp and cab. But on channel B, I want this to go down to row 2. And that's going to be just a flange, a multiband compressor, and a filter. So this is my quote-unquote clean tone with no amp. It's just a guitar plugged straight in with a little multiband compression and a little bit of filtering going on. I don't know don't ask me why I have all that looking like it is, but I could also do like a high cut if I wanted to. Okay, something like that. And then I could go to, let me save this. I can go to my scene 2. And now it gives me a overdrive sound. Yeah. Let me switch this back. Actually, I can do something like this. Okay, they're scene 3 is giving me the same sound, but now with a delay on. It's a cool little high gain thing. And then going back to scene 1 is back to my clean. Okay, that's pretty neat. Let me save that. Let me go over here. So last night I made this preset. This is a Doc Eric Clapton basic. So this has a SF1 Tweed Eric Clapton model. And yeah, has all kinds of cool stuff. There's a wall pedal plugged in. Let me grab my cable here. For this, you have to have a TRS cable, which is what this thing is. I really like the Kemper. I really like the Kemper a lot. I mean, a lot. Once you kind of figure out where everything goes and where to push and where to turn and all that, I mean, it works great. It sounds great. Using a wall pedal on there is very, very satisfying. And really a lot of what I've learned this last year. Let me plug in this pedal here. We're gonna do pedal 1 on this thing. Okay. We got control. Envelope follower. We're going to do a FC pedal 1. Auto engage. I'm definitely not using this right. Mapping. Off value. Maybe it's this one. I'm gonna have to Lock and release. Oh, I'm gonna have to read the manual again. Actually, hold on. It's maybe this one. There we go. That's what it is. There you go. So once you set this to the correct one, pedal 1, foot switch, tip. There's also a ring, which that didn't do anything. So it's got to be the tip. Alright, so the auto engage off value, maybe if I put it up here. Okay, cool. So I could have it turn off either at the toe, or with the value being all the way off, or all the way up, or I can have the off value be on the heel all the way back. I'm going to put it on the toe. And then auto engage is going to be slow. Okay. Let's just see what we got. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I try, let's do a Vox. I'm gonna have to experiment with that one. That's pretty fun. That's not too hard. Not too hard to do. Now this one right here, this allows me to choose a chorus. I can choose a trim. Maybe. Yeah. And I assign my expression pedal to, I'm going to bypass this for now. Oh, come on. Bypass. I'm actually just going to take it out. Delete block. And I'm going to reconnect. Doop-a-doo, shabba-da-ba-ba-da. Okay. So the depth is being controlled with the expression pedal here. Something like that. Anyway, I need to work on this preset a little bit more, apparently. Apparently I do. Let's see, what else did I do in 2023 other than buying a lot of Mahlers? I discovered Kiesel guitars. As you see one here. This is a Kiesel Zeus 7-string. And it's pretty great. Actually, all the Kiesels I've gotten so far are great. Let's see. Here's a 7-string. Another 7-string I got from Kiesel. This is the A2 model. Very nice. And I have another 7-string multi-scale that was white. I have a headless over here. And I have 4 more coming. 4 more Kiesels coming. There's a bass. All right, so this one here. Why is the tremolo on? Should be off for that one. Okay. So what I did here was on the amp. You can see I have a controller on the level and a controller on the gain. So as I cycle through my scenes, see the gain go up a little bit there. And then scene 3 is even more gain. And scene 4 is back to clean with tremolo. Scene 5 is my ambient sound. Scene 6 is my swell sound. Something like that. So Andrew Collins is in the house. Hello, Andrew. I'm playing the Fractal FM3 tonight, as you can see here on the screen. This completes the mega something like the 5. What's 5 in Spanish? Cuatro, the cuatro. No, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. The cinco, the mega cinco. Guitar arsenal of Helix, Fractal, Headrush, Kemper, and Tone Master Pro. Not going to do the Boss this year. I might look into a Boss GT 1000 Core maybe next year sometime. If I can find one used at a pretty decent price, I might jump on that and try it out. But I feel like on this, on the delay, there's a, see how the mix jumps up when I play higher? Then when I play low, the mix kind of stays down. That is intentional because I wanted the lower chords to have less delay. So for instance, if I go back to here. So it's really neat to like be playing chords down low. Then when you go up for a solo, you can tap in my tempo here. You can just add in some delay without having to change anything on a foot switch or whatever. It's really cool. So just little things like that is what makes Fractal really the top of the heap when it comes to modeling, because they have just so many options available that you can go in and tweak and just dial in to your little heart's content. And not saying that other units aren't great. They are. I mean, obviously the Helix has been around forever, and it works for a lot of people. And it does have a lot of tweakability for sure. But when you compare everything to a Fractal, it's really just night and day. Not really talking about tones, because you can get great tones on anything. But the amount of flexibility you have on how you want to assign your foot switches, how you want to use scene controllers and modifiers to tweak things as you're playing and based on your playing. There's other things to where this is the pitch envelope right here. Where's my modifier stuff? Block info. That's not what I want. Controllers. So on 9, I have a pitch follower for my delay mix. I also have a pitch follower for my amp mids. So check this out. So for the mid range here, if I play low, it kind of stays in that, we're in this current position. But if I play up high, it actually dips out the mids a little bit more. So that way you don't get too like woolly on the high end stuff. But you could go the opposite direction and say, okay, on my chord stuff, I want it to stay kind of in the middle, but when I go high, I want to actually boost the mid-range to give me more of like a Tube Screamery kind of mid-range hump. There's just all kinds of different options there. Sync Controller 1 is doing input drive. Sync Controller is doing your amp level. Sync Controller 3 is doing an input boost. Sync Controller 4 is doing treble. Amp Definition is also doing the pitch follower, which is really neat. Check this out. So my preamp sound here. Where is the definition? Is it power amp? Input EQ. This is what we're doing. Check this out. So as I'm playing, it naturally cuts out low end as I'm playing like chunky chords. So it kind of tightens it up. But as I go higher, it actually takes my high end and it boosts it. This is input gain, so it's boosting into the drive to give it more top end on that drive sound. I literally sat here the other night for probably a few hours just experimenting with all the different options on how you can change the gain and the definition and just all kinds of stuff. So it's actually, the definition is being changed, but also the gain is boosting around 4K right here. I could tighten the Q on that. And there's also all kinds of post EQ bands. You can do like a Mark series EQ where you boost the 500 or 750. Or you can cut 750. So really when you're recording, I mean, this thing is just a master of changing the tone in little nuanced ways. Now I will say, the opposite of Fractal, I think, is now the ToneMaster Pro. If you're a guy that just wants to plug in you like the realistic type GUI of reaching out and turning a knob like you would on a Fender amp, or really any amp, or adjusting things on a pedal, the ToneMaster Pro definitely gets you to that very easeability, functionality type stuff, and it's I can see how a lot of people would really like the ToneMaster Pro, just for its size, the way you interact with it, and the tones are there. I mean, the tones are great. So I have no issues with the ToneMaster Pro and everything that it can do. So pretty much anything with a circle, a yellow circle, you can right click on it and say, I want this to be a, I want to assign this to a foot switch, right? So now with my expression pedal, it can go up and down, and you can see that I can raise or lower that. I don't know why you would want to do that. But let's say we adjust the minimum and the maximum here to where if you had the heel back, you had a certain yeah, just adjust that low mid area. It cuts it, and then with the toe down, it boosts it. So you can think of doing stuff like this for solos, or I mean, all kinds of different stuff. So, really neat ways of tweaking the sound. Let's see, 52 minutes. We'll go for a few more minutes here. All right, so something that's coming up here very soon, actually this month, is tonal analysis. And I have decided to expand this across all the different units and not just Headrush, even though I will primarily be showing how to do this on a Headrush at first. I can also make presets and then give little preview videos on all the other units. So if you want to learn how to play, Sweet Child of Mine, or, get the tone for Sweet Child of Mine, or any kind of Boston song, any kind of Bush song, maybe you like Zeppelin or Jimi Hendrix, or just name anybody or any song that's ever been released. And I'll be picking more than likely one song a month, if not two a month, depending on how much time I have, and just really deep diving into the song and showing how to dial in the unit of choice to get those tones. And when you sign up for the tonal analysis course, I will probably have the song, the video, and then the downloads for all five. Well, actually four at this point, because you can't share rigs on the ToneMaster Pro. You can share them to the cloud, but you can't download them to your computer, then have those be a separate download, like on a website or something. So it's very similar to how Quad Cortex was last year or the year before they added the marketplace. It might be very possible that Fender is working on adding a marketplace for the ToneMaster Pro, but as of right now, there's not a way to grab the file off of the unit and then put it on your computer, so that way you can share it in a different way. So yeah, more than likely it'll be me sitting in front of my desk here, and I'll say like, okay guys, today we're gonna listen to name that song, whatever it is, and I'll listen to it, I'll dissect it, then I'll show you how to recreate those sounds on the unit, and then after the video is over, I I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other units, and then make little short preview videos for YouTube on how to dial that in for each of the songs. So it'll be a lot of work. It'll be a lot of fun. And the price to entry, it will not be expensive at all. I don't think so anyway. But when you sign up for something like this, you are doing it for the long haul. So it's not going to be the same thing as going to McDonald's and buying a cheeseburger and get that instant gratification. You're going to have to spend a little bit of money up front, but you'll have a really cool way of educating yourself on how to dial in tones using different units and stuff like that. So it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, this is a cool guitar. I like it a lot. Let me know who is watching right now. Let me know your name, where you're from, and what kind of gear did you get in 2023, and or what do you plan on getting in 2024? I will say that if you plan on buying something through Amazon or Sweetwater, I do have affiliate links down in the description of pretty much all my videos at this point. And when I'm done with the live stream tonight, I'll make sure to update the description with those affiliate links. And anytime you buy something through my link, I do get a small kickback from that. And any little bit helps to go help pay for guitars that are currently on credit cards. And just, acquiring gear so that way I can learn them, I can make videos on them, and then therefore teach you how to do it. So far, the only unit that have been sent to me for free is the Headrush Core. I did get the MX5 sent to me for free from Headrush and the gig board, but I did pay for the original Headrush pedal board myself many years ago. And plus, I've had hundreds of hours of time spent on these units making videos. So I do appreciate that they send me stuff. But if I were to play live with the Headrush, I'll probably buy the Headrush Prime because, like I said before, it is a little bit bigger. It has the built-in expression, and it has the more switches, and it has the nice IEC power supply on it as well. So, but if I was playing in a band that didn't need a lot of sounds, this Headrush MX5 is plenty big for anybody that's just looking for a very ease of use, not a lot of switches, but you can still get access to a lot of different sounds pretty easily. So I would suggest the Headrush MX5. If you do want something in the fractal land, now that I've owned all the fractal units, I have the XFX3 rack over here to my left. I had 2 of the FM9s. Was it 2? I bought one. Yeah, I think I just had 2 because I bought one and then I traded it for the XFX3. Then I wanted another one, so I bought a second one, and then I ended up selling that one because I didn't like the size of it. It only had 9 switches, and I really like the FC12 foot switch controller. I like the layout of that. So once I found out that that the XFX has gapless switching, I'm going to go out on a limb and say the gapless switching will come to the FM series, the FM9 and FM3 here within the next maybe 6 months, hopefully. And what that will do is all these workarounds I have to do on the FM3 because they only give you 1 amp block is now I can utilize I can utilize 4 different channels on here. And each channel can be the same amp, but with different settings. Or I can have totally different amps and go from one to the next using scenes and or presets and have gapless switching between all my different sounds on a fractal. So I think with the release of the ToneMaster Pro and its ability to have gapless switching across rigs or presets as they call them, and also the Kemper has always had gapless switching between their performances and rigs, as Kemper calls their presets. They call them a rig. So I think Cliff Chase of Fractal is looking at the competition. He's seeing what's out there and seeing what people are saying, and says, okay, I can pretty much beat that. Just give me a little bit and I'll figure out a way to do it. And he has figured out a way to do it on the Axe FX 3. And now it's just a matter of time before those trickle down to the FM series of units. And that will make the FM3 a killer buy if he does that. Because now you can set it up in all kinds of different ways. When you need more foot switches, you just have to buy an FC6 or an FC12. And if you want more power, you would go with the FM9 anyways, and still have the ability to have all the gapless switching between presets and amp channels, and also drive channels and whatever other channel there, everything else that has channels. The only thing you really can't switch channels with is the reverbs and delays. I think they, when you switch one reverb from one to the next, you need all that spillover. And I don't think it can currently do the spillover like that. But on an FM9, you can actually have 2 reverb blocks. So I kind of prefer that. I would have one always on reverb, and then a second one with a more ambient type sound. But how I get around that on the Fractal is I can either use the multi-delay, or I can also use the like a Plex delay, which has a lot more ambient shimmery type stuff. So for example, my scene 5 here is my ambient sound. You can see on that delay, if I'm playing low, the mix is kind of low, but as I play higher, you can see this mix knob right here gets boosted or gets raised. Yeah, stuff like that. That's pretty much all I have for the Fractal land here. I do want to make some videos on this tonight. And then I got a few more backing tracks. I think I have 2 blues backing tracks, 2 jazz backing tracks, and then 1 more pop type backing track. So that's about 5 more backing tracks to do to complete 2023. So if you're interested in practicing more, getting out your instrument and strumming along, or practicing your scales or arpeggios over different chord progressions and different genres, then please consider checking out my my Doctor approved backing tracks, and that would be very helpful for me because I've spent all year making 52 of them, and I need more people to sign up. So I really do. So thanks guys for watching. Going back to my my drive sound here. All right, there we go, folks. Thanks everyone for watching. I had a lot of fun tonight. First live stream of 2024, and a lot more to go. We'll have at least 52 more or 51 more live streams this year, and a lot more videos. And I'm pretty close to 1,000 videos on my channel, so I need to look at the YouTube channel again. But I figure if I do like 2-ish a week, that'll get me to that 100 mark, and it'll get me up to my 1,000 videos on the channel. So please subscribe, click the bell to be notified whenever I release new videos, and give it a like and a thumbs up, and comment. Let me know what you think about the content. Ask me any questions. I literally check my email and YouTube comments like all day, every day. So if you ever want to know something, you can message me on my website. I'm looking over here. Sorry. You can message me on my website, drmcfarlandstudios.com. You can send me a message on Instagram or Facebook Messenger. I'm totally approachable. Just ask me whatever you got, and I'll be glad to answer. And I'm going to put this string back in here. Yeah, these strings are great. So there you go. I hope everyone has a good, healthy, and productive year. But I do know this. Sometimes in life does not always go the way you plan. And when that time happens, I pray and I hope that the Lord will give you strength, and that you can have a good community of people around you that will love on you and help you through any hard times you have, either this year or the rest of your life. And I've had my fair share of hard times in my family and just my personal life. And it does help to know the Lord and know that He is there, that He loves you, and there are people around you that care for you and want to help you in any way they can. So that's my my little message for 2024. Work hard, play hard, and when bad things happen in life, know that there is hope. So thanks, guys, for watching. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.